Hey everybody, welcome back to Music with Todd Ledbetter. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, so we're doing a little bit of a trilogy of Lunatic Soul. Okay, so I didn't realize that all three songs were coming from the same album. So I already did one of the songs, Walking on a Flashlight Beam. But that doesn't mean I have to upload them in that order. And because I think I should upload them in the order of how they appear on the record. So we're going to do The Fear Within, which is track 5 on their Walking on a Flashlight Beam 2014 album. We're going to do Fear Within, which is track 5, and then we'll do Treehouse in a different video. I'll do it separate, even though it's after it. I don't know if it blends into it or what, but we're going to do it in a separate video. And then I already did Walking on a Flashlight Beam. So, I don't know if it'll sound out of context when I upload these, but just so you know, this will be the first one up, so you'll kind of have the heads up on what's going on there with that. All right, so let's get into it then. Let's see. This looks like some kind of a video, which it always worries me when there's a video because some people like to block the video portion, and then I have to go back and edit. It's just so lame to have to blur it out. But anyways, so let's see The Fear Within. Or should I say The Fear Within? Comes the beat. Well, I didn't expect that. Um, but it was cool. And I was trying to, like, just be patient with it. Did not expecting it to sort of stay in the same realm that it was. And I do this, it's like, and it's a lot of people do, sometimes you compare songs with other bands, and like I would compare this particular song, not the band, but to say some early Peter Gabriel type stuff, in order for me to try to like put it in a place where I could relate to it, very interesting, sound effects wise, and I'm sure in the context of the album, as probably also in Peter Gabriel's early stuff as well. It really probably adds to the significance and the ambiance and the whole flow of the album, which I have not heard. So that's kind of, I guess, the little mind game that I do to sort of be able to appreciate music that I'm not exactly uh, I don't know what's coming and I don't know where it's going, and it's a little bit odd and a little bit different, but also extraordinarily interesting to me. That's the thing, musically. I mean, I loved the consistency of the bump 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 bump. All that was just going on through the whole thing. Yet there was so much building up around it, and so many interesting tones. And I think some of it was guitar that was just didn't sound really like guitar. It was real, almost noise-makey and sort of affected in certain ways to add to that atmosphere. Also, the keyboards, beyond that plunking keyboard, uh, really developed and took on a lot of different spaces within this song. As it built up, it got more and more intense, not only in volume but also in interesting chord structure and more complicated chord structure. It felt like, on top of what was already going on the keyboards. So I really need to figure out the makeup of this band, and who's playing what. How many keyboard players are there? It's probably, with stuff like this, is there's probably rhythm machines, just like Peter Gabriel and things like that, just to keep that rhythm, certain rhythms going, and patterns, and it's programmed or whatever. It's all cool. My band does the same thing, and but yeah, I didn't expect that song to sort of hang on to its integrity the whole time, which is interesting because I've said something similar about a song I just listened to from them as well, where I expected it to go a certain way and it did not. It did not go that way. And similar with this one, but that's what intrigues me about music, is, and what I enjoy about it, is when I'm surprised. If you can surprise me, not that I'm any kind of like a genius in music, but I'm just saying, at my level, if I'm surprised, I'm happy. I really like it when I get surprised, and so that's all part of the fun for me too. So let me know what you thought of that particular recommendation that was given to me by a Ko-Fi user. Appreciate it. Lunatic Soul is great. One of the more sort of eclectic songs that I've heard from them, I'd say, but not out of the realm of it's not out of the realm of what I've heard from them. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, they do this too, that they're good at this as well. So it just, I like bands that can sound uh, like themselves, but different in every song, that's really cool. To me, that's super creative, and it's a it's impressive that they can still sound like themselves, but then every song just be its own song and sound different. All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for some more Lunatic Soul. This song was the Fear Within. I was watching the video a little bit, kind of going along with trying to enhance that sort of anxiety and that fear, and some of those odd notes, and in some of the lines, and also in the keyboards, they would throw in an odd note here and there, and the guitar would too, and kind of trying to give it a sort of a wonky sort of feel, even when it started to get a little bit pretty, where that guitar kind of became real prominent there towards the latter part of the song. They came right back in with that same sort of eerie, plucking, you know, boom, 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 you know, and it just sort of, so then it just sort of makes that other guitar that sounded kind of pretty for a second, just makes it sound eerie as well. And yeah, so that's an interesting ability to be able to construct songs that sort of make you feel, you know, a certain way. Like a lot of songs, people feel what they feel from them, and a lot of people get different feelings from them because different stages in life. But then songs like this are sort of designed to give you a certain feel. You know, they're just handing it to you. Here, feel like this, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I have no choice. You know, I have to. There's just nothing else I can feel when I listen to that song. But really good. Not too creepy, but a little bit just sort of off kilter, you know, just a little bit tilting a little bit to the, you know, bizarre in a way, or frightening. I scared myself. It was the fear within. I was just panicked for a moment. All right, guys. Anyways, thank you so much. Hey, we'll talk about it in the comments, and I'd love to see you down there. And also, we'll see you in the next video. Make sure you check out my Ko-Fi for recommendations over there. It really helps the channel out. Make sure you also subscribe to the channel. I would love it. And hit the like button and all that kind of stuff. I know I say it way at the end because a lot of you guys have already checked out. So I don't, you know, just me here. It's just me and you now here at the end. So it's not that big of a deal. We're friends. All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye.